Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. NESO is the National Energy System Operator. It's an umbrella organisation. It looks after both energy generators and the national grid to distribute that energy. And it, yesterday on Monday, announced its first warning since January 2022 that generation capacity was being exceeded by demand. This means possible blackouts. This comes just a few days after we closed our last emergency coal-fired generating plant. Exactly the sort of thing you need when demand suddenly peaks. And this is at this time of the year. Imagine how bad it's going to be in winter. And the reason, of course, is we don't have any proper energy generation anymore. It's all rainbows, unicorns, wind and sun. But what happens when the sun ain't shining and the wind ain't blowing? Means we're all going to get cold and sit in the dark and be unable to cook our food. And of course, the plan from the government is to make everybody all electric. That's because electricity can be switched off like that. Whereas if you've got gas, well, you might be able to keep warm or cook food. They don't want that. I'm fortunate. I've got a coal fire. I've also got a solar battery system. So I do have emergency reserves if I hit the button and run my house off my batteries. I've also got a generator, a petrol one, and a diesel one, and a barbecue. I'm fairly energy efficient and I'm fairly energy independent. I'm lucky. Not many people have got what I've got, but I was determined never to be held hostage by a government whose prime idea is to freeze us all out. Because make no bones about it, this has got nothing to do with any claim that they're making over climate. It's all to do with control. That's why, of course, they're building all these solar panels and things on prime farmland. They're not putting it on top of schools and hospitals or down the middle of motorways where stuff already is. No, they want to dig up prime farmland because if a country can feed itself, then it can't be controlled. Whereas if all the food has to come in through a port, well, if the people turn ugly, they can cut us out and starve us into submission, or cut the energy and freeze us into submission. People think I'm paranoid. They think I'm a conspiracy theorist. Well, it isn't a conspiracy when you're looking at it, when you see all the evidence, when you see them digging up farmland, when you see them making sure we've got the world's most expensive electricity, when they're trying now already to normalise blackouts around the country in the energy supply. Why? Now, I remember the 70s. I remember sitting there, power cuts, 3-day week, reading books by candlelight. Little hint here, go and buy candles. Lots and lots of candles. And do so before they ban them because, fossil fuel, isn't it? But that seems to be the plan. They're not building nuclear power stations. Oh no, that'd be too easy. Although, to be fair, in an all-electric Britain, you'd need 200 of them. And given the current build rate, that'd take about 3,500 years. Britain is effectively a lump of coal in a sea of oil with bubbles of gas running through it. And yet, for some reason, they refuse to use this, even though China and India are responsible for 75% of all the outpourings in the world. It is a plan. Destroy Britain, destroy the West, and just accept that we are going to go the way of the dinosaur. The trouble is we keep voting these people in. If you're a Labour voter, you must be appalled at what you've done. But it isn't going to improve, is it? Electricity prices are always set to go up and up and up. And with it, businesses collapse. We can't feed ourselves. We can't even cook the food we have been given, allotted. Eat your bug burger. Can't cook it, got no gas. And the electricity's out. We'll be over into woodlands, foraging for twigs, won't we? Trying to spark fires with flints. That's what this government is going to be doing to us. Back to the Stone Age. Thanks very much. Bye.